Hello, my name is Harriet and I'm from the Potters House Norwich church. I'm 23 years old. I've been a Christian now for 7 years. I gave my life to Christ when I was 16. This was due to the fact that I was so angry and I had so much hurt in my heart that I just didn't know what to do with. When I was about 12, 13, my dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And for me, my dad was my rock. He was someone that was solid in my home since I was a young girl. I looked up to him in everything he did. There was nothing that he did wrong in my eyes, nothing. So when he was diagnosed with cancer, he was really hurting and he was in pain. I couldn't do anything for him, and he was a good man, and I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why such a bad thing could happen to such a good man, and to watch him become weak and just couldn't do anything for himself. And I started to wonder about life a bit more. I wanted to have a fulfillment in life, a joy. Sorry, but I didn't know where from. I didn't know who to turn to, and so whilst at school, I started to dabble into alcohol, and I tried it. I went to house parties just to try and fill this void of anger, of just something inside me that was burning, of hatred to everyone who had a good life, everyone who seemed happy in their families, while my family was hurting. There was this one particular girl at school who I just picked on because she just had everything. She had the best car, the best house. She was the prettiest girl, and I would pick on her every day just due to the fact that she had a good life and mine at the moment was sucked, which is so selfish, but that was how I dealt with my anger. And during this time, I had a best friend called Hannah, and we would do things together at school. We would do everything together. We would have sleepovers at our house. We would go out and eat, and we'd go to the parks. But suddenly there was a change in her, and she would come to school and she was different. She was happy. It was something in her eyes that just wasn't dark anymore, that she just seemed to be at peace with life, and she just seemed happy. And I didn't understand it. I was still angry. I was still this inner turmoil, and I just didn't understand her. But the happier she got, the more angrier I did. I started to really hate what I was looking at in the mirror. I would look at myself as I was getting ready in the morning, and I would just hate what I looked like because there was just so much anger inside. It was starting to show on the outside. I had this sullen face. I had very dark eyes. I wasn't happy, and I didn't do anything for it. I tried going out with different boys, house parties, different friends, tried to be the most popular girl, but nothing made me happy. But Hannah, on the other hand, was always happy, and I started to get curious as to why, and it turned out that she had become a Christian. And the more I watched her life over the few months, the more I wanted that, the more I looked at that, and I was like, I want that for myself. I don't want to live like this. So I was at a concert. This is where someone just performed some music, and they were talking about Jesus. And I've known about Jesus because my parents were a Christian, and I've had Christians surrounding my life forever, all that I can remember. And I just sat there and I was wondering, like, why not? Why not give it a try? But still, I was still angry. I still didn't understand why bad things happen to good people and why there is so much hurt and all these questions that were going on in my mind that I couldn't answer. And I was gripped on this. And I sat there and I just said, you know what? I surrender. I kind of put my hands up and I said, okay, I'll give it a go. And I bowed my knee and I said what we call the sinner's prayer. And I just asked Jesus to forgive me, just to forgive me of my anger, to forgive me of all the things that I've done to hurt other people, because I was hurting. And from that moment on, it was how people say it, and it really was like a weight that lifted off my shoulders, that I didn't have to carry this on my own. I didn't have to hurt. I didn't have to cry myself to sleep every night. I didn't have to worry about the future, because I was Christ's child. I had found a family, and that was only through the blood of Jesus Christ that had cleansed me, that had set me free, that I was able to do that. And if you're sitting here and you're watching me and you're like, I want that for myself, all you need to do is say, God, if you're real, show me. And he will. Your life will open up and you'll become a new creature, a new creation. All you need to do is give him a chance. And if you want that, I know we have an app, Potters House Norwich. You can contact us there if you do want to say the sinner's prayer. Someone will be happy to lead you through it and lead you to Christ. Thank you.